Oh, 1-2. Hello, everyone. Welcome to my channel. I hope everyone is enjoying their day. Please subscribe and like the video before continuing. Josh Duggar unable to afford lawyers for child pornography conviction appeal and begs court to provide new legal team. Josh Duggar claims he has been unable to afford lawyers for his child pornography appeal and is begging the court to provide him with a new legal team. Josh, 37, is currently serving a 151-month sentence at FCI Seagoville in Dallas, Texas, and is scheduled to be released in October 2032. Your info will be used in accordance with our privacy policy. After a series of denied appeals, Josh is begging an Arkansas court to provide him with a new legal team. Court papers, exclusively obtained by the U.S. Sun, read that Josh requests that this honorable court appoint counsel to assist in evaluating and potentially preparing a motion. Josh claimed his case involves complex constitutional and evidentiary issues, particularly relating to legal rulings and strategic decisions made during trial proceedings, errors in the admission of forensic evidence, and potential Brady violations. These issues may be relevant for a collateral attack and require skilled legal counsel to thoroughly review and evaluate all potential grounds for relief. He claimed that since his 2021 trial, new legal theories and strategies have emerged in public discourse that may be relevant to the defendant's case. In light of these developments, the defendant seeks to consult with counsel to fully evaluate the potential of these emerging strategies and how they may support a motion for relief. Josh says he is incarcerated and lacks the resources and legal training to adequately investigate the potential grounds for relief. The defendant requests counsel for the limited purpose of reviewing the record, evaluating possible constitutional claims, and, if meritorious grounds exist, preparing and filing ASS 2255 motion, which is a motion to challenge a conviction or sentence. Josh added, "I am unable to afford counsel due to my current financial circumstances." Josh Duggar's Thanksgiving in prison with roasted turkey feast, racquetball, and Monopoly site. I am currently incarcerated, and I respectfully request the assistance of counsel to determine whether constitutional violations occurred that may entitle me to relief under 28 U.C. SS 2255. I ask the court to consider my request in light of the complexity of my case and the time-sensitive nature of the statutory deadline. Lawyers for Josh did not immediately respond to the U.S. Sun's request for comment. Josh has maintained his innocence and has been fighting to appeal the conviction for years. Fight for freedom. The disgraced reality star filed an appeal to the conviction in October 2022. In August 2023, the 8th U.S. Circuit Court of Appeals denied his request for a new trial. Josh's then lawyer, Justin Gelfand, argued federal agents allegedly seized his phone when he tried to contact his attorney during a raid at his car lot a year and a half before the arrest. He spoke to the agents without counsel present. The court papers read of the court's decision to deny the new trial. It is true that the agents read him his Miranda rights, which ordinarily might leave someone with the impression they are in custody. But when Duggar signed a form acknowledging his rights, he had the agents scratch out the portion saying that he was being taken into custody. Modifying the form made it clear he was free to leave. The second and third factors also favor the government. Duggar sat in the front passenger seat of the agent's truck during the interview. They did not handcuff him. The doors remained unlocked, and he entered and exited the front seat of the vehicle on his own, which means he retained freedom of movement throughout the encounter. And although the agents initiated contact with Duggar, he still voluntarily acquiesced to the questioning. Indeed, he began the interview with a question of his own. Has somebody been downloading child pornography? And continued to converse with them for about an hour. Finally, Duggar was not arrested at the termination of the questioning. To the contrary, he ended the interview on his own and then left the dealership, hardly an option available to someone in custody. The judgment ended. We accordingly affirmed the judgment of the district court. The Supreme Court then officially denied the conviction appeal in June 2024. Former 19 Kids and Counting star Josh Duggar was sentenced to 151 months in prison for downloading and possessing child sex abuse images in December 2021. Here's the timeline of the ex-reality star's legal woes. life behind bars. The U.S. Sun has reported on the harsh conditions inside FCI Segoville. The U.S. Sun previously reported that the food and portions served to inmates forced them to go to the prison's commissary to avoid going hungry, as the line had been getting half portions of food for months, a source close to a Segoville inmate claimed to the U.S. Sun in December 2024. Grits, tiny portions of corn, half rolls, a couple ounces of deli meat. They're serving them these crazy portions. People are having to buy food from the commissary or go hungry. It's wild. Complaints from loved ones have gone nowhere. Segoville responded to the U.S. Sun's request for comment at the time. FCI Segoville provides all adults in custody with food that is consistent with the national food menu, to include portion size. We take all complaints about the institution and services provided very seriously, and all complaints are fully investigated. Currently, FCI Segoville has not received any complaints regarding any aspect of the institution's food service department. The source also previously told the U.S. Sun the food they get is regularly expired. They're just like really disgustingly expired, always by at least a couple of weeks. And it's like milk, all sorts of stuff that can't be expired for that long. They had a run of cereal that had bugs in it, and so people just couldn't eat their cereal because it was filled with bugs. The insider continued to allege that the prison runs out of food kind of often. The source continued to claim it's only ever been like a 1 or 2 day thing at a time, but the portions are also small enough to where if you can't afford to buy food on commissary, you're going hungry. U.S. Sun previously obtained a recent lawsuit from a prisoner who accused the facility of inhumane conditions. In the lawsuit filed on February 26, 2024, inmate Giuliano Peterson claimed the food served at the prison contained maggots. FCI Segoville did not respond to the lawsuit, and the case was dismissed because the defendant was no longer confined at FCI Segoville or in the custody of the Federal Bureau of Prisons. Josh was last seen walking around the prison's track in December 2024, his first appearance behind prison walls in years. Legal timeline. Josh was arrested and charged with possessing and receiving child pornography in April 2021. He was found guilty after a nearly 2-week trial in Arkansas. Josh was sentenced to 151 months in federal prison in May and was transferred to FCI Segoville in June 2022.